This video is presented by Western and Southern Financial Group, a game plan for your financial future. Every great team starts with a strong foundation, and your future should too. With life insurance built like a championship roster, Western and Southern helps protect what matters most so you can focus on winning today while planning for tomorrow. Whether you're just starting out your journey, building your dynasty, or ready to retire like a champion, Western and Southern has the right play for your life stage. Visit westernsouthern.com to get your free life insurance quote today. Western and Southern, built to win. So the Denver Broncos defeated the Los Angeles Chargers 19-3. No Justin Herbert in this game. Is business as usual for Denver's defense, certainly holding the Chargers just 3 points in this one. On Denver's side of things, their top 5 graded players, edge rusher Nick Bonito with a 91.7, linebacker Justin Strnad with a 90.7. Defensive tackle, Zach Allen with an 86.9, cornerback Jaquan McMillan with an 85.6, and then cornerback Riley Moss with a 79.4. Bo Nix in this game, a 56.5 overall grade. Didn't need a big Bo Nix day to win this one. On LA side of things, offensive guard Trevor Penning with an 81.6, edge rusher Odafe Owe with an 80.5, cornerback Tareeb Still with a 72.2, safety Tony Jefferson a 70.6, and linebacker Marlo Wax with a 69.1. Trey Lance in this one, 36.4 overall grade. Stats that told the story, Dalton.
I mean, look, the Broncos secondary, their defense in general, had obviously an advantageous matchup against Trey Lance, against a lot of the backup receivers for the Chargers. And even on defense, the Chargers weren't playing everybody out there. But they put together a pretty good defensive effort. At the end of the day, the Broncos coverage, too good and too good for Trey Lance to handle. That starting unit, 87.3 coverage grade. Lance, a 29.7 passing grade with just 3 yards per attempt. So like you mentioned, the Broncos defense dominated this game as they should. It's the reason they won the ball game. Real quick, third straight game, we'll have a nickel corner as the most impressive player for one of us. Jaquan McMillan, the pick six, that ended up being Denver's only touchdown of the day, allowed 5 catches for just 20 yards, made 3 stops as well. And even, for as much as there were moments in this game where the Chargers, they threw some punches and they were moving the ball reasonably well, they just couldn't finish with points. And Denver's combination of pass rush and talent in the secondary makes them so dangerous, especially in that home state.
Yeah, my most impressive was Nick Bonito. I mean, every single week he just looks unblockable. And this is somebody who kind of came into the league as a designated pass rusher type out of Oklahoma, and he's really blossomed into somebody that just remains a high impact player. I think that when Nick Bonito came into the league, I think teams are still hesitant of like, okay, yeah, situational type of player. And now you go, okay, well, what if we make the situation just always? And you just put him out on the field and let him get in the backfield, and you just see how much value he's able to bring your defense. 90.8 pass rush grade, 19.2% pass rush win percentage in this game. Some areas of concern, though, really quick with Denver, who gets the number 1 overall seed. So we're not going to see them this upcoming weekend. We'll see them the following weekend. The red zone in this game, 0 for 3 in the red zone. Now, I'm not going to be too, sound the alarms about it, because they're 13th in the NFL in overall red zone conversion percentage on the season. And when you look at their last couple of matchups, it's like, okay, well, they haven't been terrible in the red zone. It's just not great to put up a stinker like this right before you get into the playoffs. So that's something that they've really got to get right here. They got to make sure they're able to convert in the red zone, that they're able to turn those field goal opportunities into touchdowns. That's how you make a AFC championship run. That's how you make a Super Bowl run. They've absolutely got to do that. And then in this game, RJ Harvey in the rushing game, 15 carries for just 28 yards for RJ Harvey. Now, I know they had some success outside of him with who is it?
Jaleel McLaughlin.
Yes, Jaleel McLaughlin, who had a good game, and then Bo Nix as well, using his legs. But I get worried about this run game becoming too stagnant in the playoffs against good playoff teams, and then you're putting a little bit more on Bo Nix's plate, maybe when you don't necessarily want to, or the situation doesn't call for it. So there will be plenty of time to preview who the Broncos are, what they could bring to the table when we know their matchup once we get into the divisional round. But they've got to be better in the red zone, and they've got to be better at rushing the football. If they don't do that, I don't think this is a legitimate Super Bowl team. But again, we'll break that down even deeper when we get into the division.
3 real quick things for me on that end. One, and we've seen this all year, it feels like they play up and down to whoever they're playing.
Right.
Offensively, don't love that. 2, they've scored 20, 20, and 19 in their last 3 games. They're cooling off a little bit. And 3, just something to note with the Chargers as the 7 seed. And if they were to go to New England and win, The Broncos' 2 lowest graded games on offense are both against the LA Chargers.
Yeah.
That's just something interesting to note. And there's going to be no easy games in the AFC, but I find this that's a very interesting dynamic to me with the way we've seen this offense struggle against this Charger defense if they have to play a third time, which is extremely possible if the Chargers can. It's going to happen if the Chargers go out to New England and win.
Anything else on this one?
Nope.
Okay.
Everyone's got takes. Numbers have truth. And the truth is, most people are betting with emotion. Sportsbooks feed on it. TikTok gurus sell it. The hype machine runs on it. That's how you lose. PFF is different. You're betting with winning data. The same data trusted by all 32 NFL teams and the sharpest minds in the game. PFF betting tools take every prop, every matchup, every angle, and run them through our custom models. Built on the best football data in the world. What comes back is your edge. Simple, sharp, and built to win. Want to go deeper? PFF puts a pro-level analytics department in your hands, giving you the same insights teams use to find every advantage. Build your game plan with matchup analysis. Project every snap, every matchup, and every edge before kickoff. Because the smartest plays start long before Sunday. Hit rates show how a player performs against their prop and against defenses built the same way. It's the data that gives you real confidence in every pick. Next, Key Insights translates PFF data into the story behind every matchup, giving you the why that powers your bets. From coverage schemes to defensive looks, it's the context that turns raw numbers into winning decisions. When you're ready to take action, filter through every prop on the market and focus on the opportunities that matter, by game, matchup, or value. Then, shop for the best available line in your area and tap your book of choice to place the bet instantly. Everyone's got takes, but now you've got truth. Bet with data, win with PFF.